Oh, it's a few more seconds. Ooh, woo, woo, ooh, woo, woo, ooh. 2, 1, let's go. Oh, it's here. Video and stuff.
Welcome back to Video and Stuff. I'm the producer of Dragon Ball Legends, Toshi, and here with me today again.
Hello everyone, I'm advertising producer Kai.
Hello everyone, I'm the other producer, Yu. Glad to see you all again.
This time, we are bringing you episode from the Legend development as always. We also have info on the update planned for mid-November. We hope you enjoy it. Plus, at the end of this program, we will be making an announcement, so stay tuned at the end. Also, we did a survey at the end of the last Video and Stuff. Thank you to everyone who participated. We are now collecting the results and we will use them for future edition of Video and Stuff. You, what did you think of the survey results?
I was happy a lot of people answered the survey. I want to do my best so that players can enjoy Video and Stuff even more.
Right, we want to bring everyone even better content. Let's start with the first segment, episode from the Legend development. In this segment, you can hear special development stories you won't hear anyone else. Take a look at the first one. Can you explain this for us, Toshi?
Of course. Legends. It's fully voiced, as hopefully many of you have already noticed by now. All the characters that you can use in battle have their own voice lines that they can use against each character. And if you may have noticed that some of the characters have their own special dialogues that you can hear in certain circumstances, specifically when they're changing cover, when they're facing in certain characters, when they're fighting against certain enemies and such. And we wanted to make sure that certain players noticed that we did prepare special dialogues for those special combinations between those characters. Maybe some characters have more interactions between each other, and maybe players can find out by using different characters that they've never tried, or just simply trying them out maybe in the training battle.
I see. Let's take a look at some of the development team's favorite examples.
Kakarot! Let's get down to it!
Oh
yeah, Kakarot can harness that body's full potential. Never underestimate a Saiyan! Worthless scum!
I'm pretty sure it was Vegeta Blue also.
Raditz, you better do a bit better than your little brother. Why am I fighting Lord Korra?
So, as you have seen just now, this is one of the examples that I was referring to earlier about certain character combinations having certain dialogues. For example, Broly shouts Kakarot every time he faces Goku, regardless of what the situation is. And also, there's another example where the SSGSS Vegeta has a special voice line that he only uses when he uses this legendary finish attack against Goku Black.
Plus, sometimes even if it is the same character but a different card, the dialogue will also be different. Try it out with your friends in training battle or other modes.
I'm sure fans of Dragon Ball will love this feature. Make sure you try out different combinations. Now let's go on to the next segment. Legends Update info. We will introduce some of the features that are planned for next large update in mid-November. First up is
mission plans.
Could you explain a little about the mission plans?
So, specifically, we have something called mission plans planned for update in the future. This is something of an extra content that we wanted to provide for everybody, all players, regardless of what their playstyle is. We really understood these past few months, this 2.5 years that we've been developing the game after the release, that players have all sorts of playstyles. Some players literally do not touch the PvP aspect. Specifically, what PvP is player versus player. And there's also others that never touch the player versus environment, or AIs, as most people would call them, in many aspects of the game. And we realized that we didn't want to force all content on everybody. In fact, if we did that, we also understood that some people just can't finish everything all at once, depending on their lifestyle, of course. So we wanted to provide for something where players will always have something to aim towards, will have something to do, regardless of what their specific playstyle is. Maybe you might choose a mission plan out of the 3 that we have currently prepared, where it focuses on the PvP aspects. You can simply keep playing PvP, you can keep doing that game that you've always been playing, and keep receiving more rewards, meaning we have all these mission plans where it provides basically for all sorts of playstyles. Of course, there may be differences in difficulties or maybe some different rewards, but we wanted to make sure that there was no drought of any sort where there's nothing to do, there's no rewards to get, or maybe just simply you've finished all the content, but there's always more rewards that you can keep getting.
I see. Will you be able to change plans once you pick one?
You'll be able to reselect after a certain period of time, so don't worry.
That's great to hear. Well, moving on to the next part.
Battle version. Oh, yes.
We talked about this a little in the last video and stuff, but we've got some great things planned for mid-November. You is going to tell us more about that.
Yes, we are working on the next update while keeping your answers in the last survey in mind. There is going to be two big changes. The first is to Rising Rush.
Oh, yes!
Right now, there is a
Rising
short
Rush.
time where you
No!
can dodge after your opponent
They screwed
guesses
this one.
your card in Rising Rush. We are thinking about changing that so you
Oh, wait, never
instead
mind. Okay.
return to an event state like at the start of a battle.
So even if your opponent stops your Rising Rush, you can start the battle again on an even ground. But as a
no,
defender,
they
this
fucked
means
this one
even
up.
if you guess your opponent's
fucked
arts
this
card
one
right,
up.
you can let your guard down.
Right. The second change will be the ability to change cover more than once. If you change cover once right now, you can't use it again until
what
your
happens if
opponent
you
combo
are going
ends.
against an
We are
opponent?
making it so you can change cover even when your opponent
Oh,
is
yes, they actually
continuing
did the one that I
their
really
combo
wanted.
against you.
So hopefully with this
cover
update,
change.
you will have more than one option of retaliating when you're in a combo and maybe have a different
I have
sort
a
of
chance
team
to
in
do
mind
cover
and
change
fight
once,
against other players with a
twice or
different
more.
strategy.
We hope everyone excited for
Alright,
it.
where's the units? Do it, no balls. Story mode changes. Oh my god. Story
What can
mode.
you tell us about this, Toshi?
So, in the previous video and stuff, we glossed over how we're going to be touching on the story mode aspect of the game. We really haven't touched this in a while, and we did mention we'll be adding a level sync feature, but
Super Saiyan
specifically,
Blue Ballot,
we'll
let's
also
go.
be tweaking the missions and also changing some of the
Do it.
stages so that players will get more rewards by clearing those special missions and stories. Right now, you can clear those stories, you can clear those challenges, and of course obtain Chrono Crystal, which we personally would like to think we're giving lots of for your first time clear rewards. But right now, we're planning on giving you guys special characters,
The one
which
character I need
are
is
already
Boruto.
available in the game, of course. But for players that just started the game, for players that still don't have a set party, we're hoping that by clearing those main stories, right now, part 1 through 3 that we're planning for, that players will be able to get a sort of a party that is guaranteed so that they can try out a new
Then
build
the
based on
auto
that party
better because
and maybe
sometimes
even
it's
look for different kinds of character combinations, because Legends, as many of you have already realized, it's not a game that you can win with just one character. It's a combination that you have to pursue.
Like, there are
So
people
we'll
that
be
can win
providing
with one character.
specific characters with
I don't believe that
3,000
bullshit.
Z powers each,
I don't
where
believe
by
that.
clearing those special missions that will be integrated to the
Arceus is a
story,
thing.
any player will be able to receive.
You can make your own Saiyan party just by playing the main story. But what if you have already completed it?
You will be able to open them as well, so don't worry.
So we also have other minor updates
Oh,
as well,
screen update?
specifically when you tap on souls and
yes.
equipments to see how you get them, you can only see events that the equipments are available in. We'll make sure that you can also find out that you can get them through exchange shops and go directly to them, because as of now you have to look them up, and I understand how much of a hassle that is with how many equipments we have. So those kind of tweaks and other quality of life improvements we're definitely still pursuing.
That's great. It's pretty inconvenient if the exchange isn't displayed when checking where to get items to uncloak boost panels. Being able to jump in straight to the exchange will sure be useful.
It is pretty minor, but it is a part of our efforts to make the gameplay less frustrating for our players.
It sure sounds great. And that's all for information on the Legend update.
Oh, Legends.
Good evening and welcome to Legends News.
Legends news.
Green element, legendary Super Saiyan Broly, will
Really?
be Zenkai Awakening.
Really?
Broly's attack power will be strengthened
have
to make up
7
for his lack
stars.
of firepower before awakening. He gets a huge power-up once his death drops below a certain point. Uses powered-up state to launch a counterattack. The negative aspect of using his cover change will be changed to make it easier to use, and he will also deal more damage. He will also be dealing more damage to Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans at max awakening rank. That has been Legends News. Thank you very much.
Oh, where's the unit? I see.
And that was the end of this month's Legend News. Finally, we know you have been waiting for this.
The unit!
We have a very important announcement to make.
Are they really?
Toshi, will you introduce it for us?
Come on.
So that was the end of this month's video and stuff. We hope you liked it, and we also hope that you guys stay tuned for next month's as well. But here's the last bit we have in store for you for this month's video.
Big news! Oh, there it is. I see it. Gold letters. Oh, Bomb Coup? Oh, it's just every LF at this point. Oh, that's the end? Fucking would be right.